Hey guys, this is Michelle Green, and it is week 2 of my progress on my new store. Got quite a bit accomplished this week, or last week I should say. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what's been done so far. Um, I created domain branded email accounts. This will help the store look a little bit more professional as opposed to just sending people to a Gmail account. I can now provide them with an account such as Michelle at funkystool.com. And it looks a lot more professional than the Gmail account, which I use primarily, but I'll just forward that branded domain to that Gmail account so that it gives a more professional look. Also, I installed the Facebook retargeting pixel. I don't plan on advertising via Facebook for some time now, but it's always good to get the pixel onto your site as soon as possible so that they can start collecting that data. That way, when you do start advertising, you've got the pixel in place. Also, I created my content pages for the About page, Privacy page, Terms of Service. The privacy and the terms of service, those are important for your AdWords advertising. A lot of times they'll shut your account down if you don't have those pages, so it's important to get those up. And also, I set up my social media accounts and I linked them on the site. And so these are all set up now for Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. And I also signed up for Aweber, which I've actually been using Aweber for quite some time, but I decided to try out MailChimp, which I didn't like, and so I decided to go back to Aweber. And I've been using Aweber for years, so I don't know why I decided to switch up. I was curious to kind of see what MailChimp was all about, because a lot of people seem to like it, but for me, it just didn't work for me. So I went back to what I know, and they're who I recommend. And I'll also put a link somewhere on this page. If you don't have an email autoresponder yet and you're looking for a good one, I do recommend Aweber. Like I said, I've been with them for years, and I trust them. Their emails get delivered, and they're very reputable in the industry, so I do recommend Aweber. MailChimp, they are reputable. A lot of people do like them. I personally don't, so I can't really endorse them, but other people have tried them and they seem to like them, so I guess it's to each his own. But I want to kind of show you the store now, because I've got a lot done on the store. The last time I was kind of playing around with the design. I pretty much kept the color scheme. I kept the design that you last saw. Actually, I don't remember if the header, the hero graphic here was the same. In fact, I think there were actually different graphics there. So I decided to go with a consistent green hero graphic. Just kind of keep the consistency of the color scheme. And then I've also added some categories down here. So these circles you see all go to a category. Those have been added. I have added a sample intro blog post. I'm not sure if that was done last video or not, but that's done. I also updated the footer. I'm pretty sure that was not done the last time. So that's why I spent some work organizing the footer and getting it just the way I wanted. The newsletter came default with MailChimp, and like I said, I'm not a fan of MailChimp, so I actually did a little bit of coding to swap out the MailChimp that was built in to put Aweber and in the thing, so I'm really happy with that. Overall, I am really happy with the way the site is looking so far. I've started adding products. I added just enough to get a few products in each category. So if I click on the bentwood stools here, I've got a couple stools there, and let's go back. Click on Chrome stools. I've got some stools there. Okay, so I've got just a handful in each category, and I did that just to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. I didn't want to just kind of get focus on any one category, so I sort of did a few from each. So the goal for next week is to basically add as many products as I can. I am now in the product adding phase, which is quite tedious. It's definitely it's a challenge because it is so tedious, but it's also my favorite part of the process. Now that the design part is done, and I do like the design part, it does allow me to be a little creative, but I love adding products because the product, basically every product you add is a potential income stream, and so my goal is going to be to start just adding products as quickly as possible. Also, I do need to set up my AdWords campaign. I installed Google Shopping, which is basically AdWords. It's PLA ads. I don't plan on running advertising just yet, but I do want to get it set up so that it's ready to go and get as many products added before I start running ads. I'm not going to try and add all the products before I run ads because it's not necessary. A lot of people try to finish adding products, and you'll never be done adding products because existing suppliers will always have more products for you, and then you'll also find new suppliers. Some of them have thousands of products, so you'll never be done. Don't try and finish adding products when you start your store. Just get a decent amount in your store, start running ads so that you can start getting sales while you continue to add more products to your store. So that's a little tip for anybody who's getting started. But that's where I am right now. Basically, the store is up. It's looking presentable, and I don't have the store on open yet. Actually, it's still password protected. But by the time my next update comes around, the store will be open, and I will remove the password, and it will be publicly accessible. So I might even, get surprised with a sale before running ads. That'd be nice. I've actually heard of a few people actually get sales before they even started running their ads, and they weren't, they didn't optimize or anything. So it's possible. We'll see. But till next time, thanks guys. Talk to you next time.